The most important thing for a man to master in this world is his emotions and to remain as calm as humanly possible even when faced with the most challenging and stressful situations. For a man, remaining calm can be the difference between life or death because all it takes is one wrong move, one word that shouldn't have been said, and he risks his life when dealing with another man or a specific group of people. Even the Bible has many scriptures highlighting how important it is for a man to keep his emotions in check, with a scripture that explicitly says, "He who guards his mouth preserves his life, but he who opens wide his lips shall have destruction." So I want you guys to understand that as men, we cannot allow our emotions to get the best of us under no circumstances, especially when dealing with women. I have seen countless men lose their lives to another man because they could not control their emotions over a female. I've seen men get thrown into the gulag just because they could not control their feelings, and I've seen men delete themselves all because they were too invested in a woman. So I'm here to tell you that it is very important that you learn how to remain calm and level-headed while keeping your emotions in check, especially when dealing with women. So as a man, you cannot afford to be emotional when it comes to women because that is where they strive and have all the control, and more often than not, being emotional will make you play right into their hands. A man that is easily manipulated is a man that is overly emotional and does not take the time to assess and think logically about the given situation in regards to women and people. Have you ever noticed that the man who remains calm during an argument or debate is the man that is in control of the situation? Meanwhile, the man you see that acts overly emotional and shouts and screams the loudest comes off as a bitch. This is the clear difference between men and women. Society is slowly starting to erode masculinity to take power away from men and give it to women. Men who act emotionally in society are not seen as masculine. Oddly enough, they promote masculinity as being toxic, while a man who taps into his emotions is what a real man should be. This further proves that the agenda does not want men to be masculine and control their emotions because, as I've said earlier, a man who controls his emotions will be in control of whatever situation he is thrown in. This could be with women, business, working environment, strangers, and whatever life throws at him. So I know I must sound like a broken record, but I had to highlight the importance of remaining calm and displaying your masculinity in today's society. Being feminine and overly emotional does not and will never benefit men, and it's more likely to put you in bad situations in this life. This is why the agenda encourages women to be masculine, because masculinity is where the true power lies in this world, and one of the key components of masculinity is mastering your emotions. To finish off this point, you have to understand that most of a man's value comes from solving problems and leading other people. Now, overly emotional men don't do a good job at solving problems when they are emotional and will not lead others well. This is why you never see women solving any of their problems, but instead look towards men in society to solve them. And we know damn well that most women are not innately good leaders, and most of them don't want to assume the responsibility and accountability that comes with leading other people. So if you are a proud man and you're comfortable in your skin to be born with 2 balls and a salami, then you cannot allow emotions to rule your every decision and stray away from masculinity. That cannot happen under any circumstance. If you don't believe me, I want you to look at movies and the masculine male characters and how they move and tell me if they don't have a spark about them. Men like John Wick, James Bond, the Maverick, and so on, they have an edge about them when they are in their masculine and in control of their emotions. Contrast these men with men in movies who are depicted as beta males and emotional men. Something about them seems wrong at their core. It's like something inside you is repulsed by these men and how they act and handle situations. Am I lying? We usually laugh and make fun of these men, but we never respect the men who act like a bitch in those films. This is why you must try your best to be in control of your emotions and be unapologetic about being a masculine man. Who gives a rat's ass if society doesn't want you to be masculine and a good leader? F them. Society doesn't care about you anyway, so be who you were meant to be and not who they want you to be. I think we covered the importance of being in control of your emotions and why men should be masculine. Now, let's look at why you should never let women control your emotions. Women, as you know, are selfish at their core and only think about themselves and surviving for the most part. This is how they've managed to survive this long without having to fight wars and go out and provide for themselves. And if you're an intelligent man, you would already know that modern women don't have your best interest at heart, and their goal is to use you to get something out of you. They do this and get what they want from men by using the only card they have up their sleeve, which is manipulation. Now, manipulation is not inherently bad. It is simply trying to control someone or influence them to do something you want them to do. When you understand this, then you can understand women. This is why I've stated in a previous video that men who walked away from relationships are the enemy of all women, because those men who are done with women cannot be easily manipulated. They don't give the woman any chance to manipulate or get something out of them. When you understand that the only card women have against men is manipulation, then women will become easy. I'm not saying you will have an easy time dealing with them, or you will automatically know how to control them. But you will be able to spot when a woman is trying to use you, and if you are thinking logically at that moment, then you are more likely to be able to deal with and manage her manipulations. And how you do this is to remain calm and think. Let's drive the point home of why it's crucial that you never let a woman control your emotions. In order for a woman or anybody to manipulate you, the easiest way is to appeal to your emotions. If you are someone who is in control of their emotions, then you are not easily manipulated. It's that simple. So this is why women tend to lead with emotions when dealing with men, because emotions are crucial for the manipulation to work. This is why women lead with love and sex so badly, because they know that if they can get you emotionally invested, then manipulating and controlling you becomes child's play. And if you look at most men in the blue-pilled matrix, they are easily controlled and manipulated by women, all because they love the woman more than they understand her. Besides manipulation, the only other card a woman has is her peace sleeve that she can use to leverage to control men. Unfortunately, peace sleeve is a vice for most men on the planet, and this one wormhole has cost countless men's lives and brought down kings and empires. This is how much value men place on this one thing. This one warm, pleasurable thing holds majority of men's lives hostage, and it is the downfall of men as a whole. If it wasn't for men's need to roar up inside women, relationships wouldn't exist, dating wouldn't exist, marriage wouldn't exist, child support wouldn't exist, the Me Also movement wouldn't exist, false allegations wouldn't exist, and domestic V wouldn't exist. Most men wouldn't have been bent over in the courts and have their lives torn apart if it wasn't for peace leave. This is how dangerous peace leave and women are to men, because they are selfish and only think about themselves at the end of the day, so they have no problem destroying men's lives to get what they want. The counter to that manipulation is salami control and men who walked away. Again, this proves how dangerous to women men who have gone their own way are, because they are not having bedroom fun with women, so he cannot have his emotions manipulated by a woman. If every man was to decide to stop having bedroom fun with women and stop interacting with women, then it would be a wrap for them. Do you see why they hate men who walk away from relationships so badly, and notice how they always try to pull you back to the plantation when you decide you're done with relationships? It doesn't matter who the woman is. It could be a family member or a random stranger. They all have a problem with men who are done with relationships because they know they cannot control those men. It's literally impossible for a woman to control a man that has walked away from everything that is a woman. How you prevent women from controlling your emotions and manipulating you 100% is to walk away from women. Never have bedroom fun with them, and never engage in any form of relationship outside of work. That is how you ultimately hold power over women. Now, I know most of the brothers watching this video will want to have bedroom fun with women, and you can't see yourselves never having bedroom fun ever again. So how do you deal with them using their peace sleeve as a weapon against you? The first step of controlling yourself is to have salami control. When you've ascended to the heights of refusing sex with an attractive woman who is making it easy for you to put her 10 toes up, then you will be in control of your Johnson. Until then, you won't be able to entirely avoid being manipulated by women, especially if she's beautiful. The next best thing is to go monk mode for an extended period of time without having any sexual interaction or bedroom fun with women. This will allow you to realize that you don't need peace leave and put it into its proper perspective. It's just a warm, tight hole that feels good when you push and shove at the end of the day. It's smelly and tastes salty for the most part. That's really what you're risking your life over. When you look at it like that, the magic goes away, doesn't it? Yeah, it's nothing special at the end of the day. We're just programmed and hardwired to want it because we have the need to spread our seed. It's all about perspective, guys. Peace leave is not that important. And the last thing you can do to free yourself from the grips of the peace leave is to bang all the hot women you can get. Sometimes if you just get what you've always wanted, you will lose the desire to have it or get addicted. So if you've always wanted a particular girl and it is constantly on your mind, then get whatever amount of money that the type of woman you want costs and pay for the experience. Most of you will realize it's all in your head and the segs weren't as good as you thought it would have been, or you have such a good experience that you're hooked for life. It's a chance you must be willing to take to regain control from constantly pursuing peace leave and taking power back from women. Gents, there are really just two things that women have over men, and that is using manipulation and their peace leave. Without those two things, you wouldn't even care about them, and that's the truth. Now, you have to decide what type of life you want to live, but one thing is sure, if you walk away, women will have no power to control you. If you can't commit to that, then salami control, monk mode, and having all the sexual experiences with the women you want will, for most men, help you to take power from women. I have given you options that have worked for men, so you have what it takes to never let a woman control your emotions ever again. Tap that thumbs up button and subscribe for more hard-hitting facts. Share the video with someone who needs to hear this message so we can help other men struggling with women. The links to our PayPal and Cash App are in the description box below to support the channel. Even $1 will go far to help us provide daily content. And remember, gents, controlling your emotions will be your superpower.